Hello and welcome to Chapter 11, Anticipating Failure from the Entrepreneurship 3rd Edition textbook. One of the things that you have to realize is that failure is part of the process. You are more than likely to fail at your startup than actually succeed. So if you don't have the stomach to fail, then I would not suggest to start a business. Restaurants have less than a 5-year time shelf. If a restaurant makes over 5 years, there may be some way that they're going to make it. And other than that, they shut down. And again, business failure is part of it. It's a painful process. Some common reasons why startups fail: it's small. It wasn't. It's small. It was probably not in the right marketplace, wrong place, wrong time. Um, there was, of course, lack of a business model, really no revenue streams, poor timing, funding wasn't happening. You made some mistakes in shifting too quick. Um, Edmondson believes, failure is part of the process. The more times you fail, the more likely you are to succeed, because if you learn from your failures or your mistakes, you learn from them, you can improve upon your mistakes to make your company better, or yourself better, right? Again, sometimes failures may have positive outcomes. If you fail at something or you fail to do something, you can pivot and make better adjustments. Again, getting sidetracked by indignation, so being sidetracked and not focusing on what you need to do. Communication breakdown. A lot of times, a lot of teams fail because of miscommunication. That happens. Uncertainty can cause unreasonable actions because you can't control what's going on outside of you. So it can cause some decisions to be made that shouldn't have been made. People try to avoid failure, and that is one of the biggest mistakes. Don't try to avoid failure. Try to embrace it, learn from it, and move on. Again, failure provokes emotional reactions. Some people probably don't recover from it quickly and can't move on. And sometimes people, they have to separate personal from professional. You can't take everything personal. And emotions sometimes run high in a startup. Again, you have to believe that failure is part of the process and embrace it. Avoiding mistakes stunts growth. Again, if you try to avoid it's gonna, stunt growth. Allow yourself to feel fear, and of course, seek some support from some role models. Fear is a thing. It's not something that's does not have it. Some people mostly embrace it and are able to recover from it. Others not. One of my biggest quotes, and then something that says in this book, is like, learn from failure. Again, as I just mentioned, businesses do fail, which is the important for aspiring entrepreneurs to learn from their experiences. Even Mark Zuckerberg failed from his first idea, and look what Facebook turned out to be. Again, learn from it and learn from others' mistakes as well. What did they do wrong, and learn from that. Again, achieve success with the 11th venture. Kurt Thibodeau, the co-founder and CEO of e-commerce firm Classy Llama, even though he had 10 failures behind him, he continued to learn his lessons and persevered in his 11th venture. He earned $8 million plus in annual revenue. Build a blame-free environment, right? Blaming culture isn't healthy. Don't blame others. Again, have a blame-free environment. Avoid negative reactions, and again, communication is acceptable. Communicate as much as possible. Resilience is the most important part to have. Grit, right? Grit is continuing on, right? Passion, perseverance. A fixed versus a growth mindset. A growth mindset, you're open to new ideas. You're willing to go forward. You're willing to be open. Fixed mindset is like, you're fixated on one thing and you know nothing's going to change, and you block everything else around from you. Again, it takes a lot of passion, a lot of people to stay committed and handle stress. again, experience is also a key way to build. You learn from failure and overcome failure, right? If you go work for a company, you can learn from that failure or experiences that'll help you avoid bigger mistakes later on down the road. Again, remove that stigma from failure, right? Don't feel ashamed that you're going to fail. Embrace it and accept it. And that is it from chapter 11 of the Entrepreneurship Textbook, 3rd edition. Thank you.